Alrighty. So right off the bat, I'll just put it out there that I'm not a subject matter expert here. These are not totally novel ideas. I'm sure tons of people had ruminated on this before. I just want to go into my experience a little bit and share kind of what I've seen, what I felt, what my subjective experience has been during my crossover with the fields of sales and recruiting in particular. And so this definitely has pertinence for anybody who, is working in the customer service field or in sales, whether it be retail or business to business. And also for those who are doing recruiting or basically any kind of situation where you're interfacing with somebody, where you're offering them value sort of out of the blue, and there's potentially a stigma attached around your industry. And but to be honest, what industry is there not a stigma around? I mean, there's a stigma around being a doctor. If you talk to certain people, there's a stigma around being a lawyer. There's a stigma around basically anything that, sort of makes an impact. And so that's all fair and good. So the biggest thing that I see hold people back in terms of their performance in sales is something that relates to fear. And it relates to embarrassment, and it relates to awkwardness. It has a whole litany of, primal things that it taps into, which is this perception that people get if they've been cussed out or if they've been dismissed or if they've been sort of postured up on by someone, or if somebody comes into your store or your office swaggering around like you're some young person or you're some old person and they're just going to eat your lunch, right? So the thing that people run into in these situations is they start feeling like they got to be on guard. And they start losing track of what their actual goal is. For instance, is your goal to, close this next person and, or help this next person or offer value to this next individual? Or is your goal to avoid being humiliated? Is your goal to avoid having, somebody question your professionalism or question your competency? Is that your goal? Because, if you've been sworn at or something, your focus, it's going to be a challenge to bring your focus away from, oh geez, I don't know what I did there. Was it me? Was it them? Did I call the wrong person? Did I say the wrong thing? Did I hold myself the wrong way? And so there are all these questions, and you start to just not be plain and clear when you're calling the next person. Like, if I was making this video right now, and my entire effort was to just be saying, oh my gosh, I gotta make my hair perfect, I gotta make sure that the background is perfect, oh, I gotta put this on LinkedIn, that would be just another line of interference between me and you, the audience, being able to absorb what I'm saying. And so you want the person that you call in a sales situation or a customer service situation or anything to be able to hear you so directly that it cuts through all of these preconceived notions that people have. And then, people start to get this perception that you're going to do your job and you're going to reach this goal, but at the same time you're going to somehow control what people think. You're going to control always how people react. You want to control how, the kind of rapport you're getting in the conversation so that you can continue the conversation and hand this person what you're looking to hand them, enhance this person's experience in the way that that your product or service can. And so if you're letting petty insecurities get in between them and that, then that's really just, you're not serving your people. And so I'm going to end it on there. I'm just going to keep it succinct today. But, like I said, take it for the value that it has in it. Not every single thing here is going to be universal. Not every single thing applicable. I just want to maybe start a conversation see what others think, sort of, see if others have been on the same train of thought. And I'm definitely receptive to what anybody has to comment, or, if anybody shares it, I definitely appreciate that. And I definitely appreciate your time today, first and foremost. So thank you very much.